My father is a famous Tibetan master. He had to escape from Tibet. My father arrived to Italy and he had to start from zero. We don't have a real emotional relation, me and my father. He always treated me like the son of a master, not a father or son of any Italian family.
A very important Tibetan Lama in India is saying, my son is a reincarnation of my uncle.
Everybody says, you're so lucky of being a reincarnation, but I don't like to be not myself. I can't stand this situation.
Having children, having a family, having a career was an important wish.
I'm happy to be a normal, common father.
I am Tibetan and my culture is important for me. I must save my culture. Being present of time is very, very important. One day we notice surprise. Oh, this is the end of life. What I do now? What I did?
I start to have all these strange visions with water or light rays, memories about my death.
When I saw my father, he told me again, you have to go to Tibet because there are a lot of people there waiting for you. You have like a mission, no?
In the beginning, it just didn't seem like anything was going to happen between them. So I filmed for about 5 years and then I put it away thinking, okay, I can't make a film out of this. It wasn't until about 2008, that would be 18 years into the project, that I was like, I know we have a film. Because for a long time we didn't have a story. In order to have a story, you need conflict. And until the son's story kind of manifests, and he began to wake up and recognize his reincarnation and have memories, we didn't have a film. Essentially, the son is a Westerner. He's Italian. He likes nice cars. He speaks like an Italian, you know. He works in the business world when he gets older. So he's sort of your ordinary person. And he's caught by the teachings and begins to have dreams and visions. And then realizes that he's actually the reincarnation that he was always told he was, but didn't accept. So I'm hoping through the story that it can open people's minds to this new world of spirituality and that it has some value and it's worth investigating. I'm very, very satisfied with the final result and also the way audiences respond. And it seems to work for general audience really well and for Buddhists. So that was, I'm really happy that both groups can really enjoy it. So I'm pleased I did it. I'm pleased I persevered, but it hasn't been easy.
Do you think this America's ready for this film? I'll ask you. Yeah, I hope so. You hope so. What about you?
I think America's ready. I think America could use a film like this that talks about spirituality, facing impermanence, and introduces you to wonderful teachers like Khyentse Yeshi and his father, Namkhai Norbu Rinpoche.
The film is about your transformation, but in 22 years, Jennifer's been working on this for 22 years. What's been your transformation?
Well, I think I actually grew up and became a woman. I also learned a lot about faith and about presence and awareness and about trusting my teacher. Thank you.
Do you want to share about your process in the making of the film? I mean, we'll see it, but
process is better. She talks about living with my father. It's my father, so not only father in terms of someone that is giving education, but mostly understanding how his life. No? And then also as a teacher, so teacher is something a little bit more than father.
and that's what it sounds like, the continuation of the documentary, right?
In fact, this is our lives. I mean, Khyentse is also my teacher over all these years, and his father is my guru. So in fact, this is part of my teaching.
But, you know, technically, isn't reincarnation in Tibetan Buddhism not the soul? There's only aspects of the soul that are reincarnated. Isn't that more different than the Western view of reincarnation?
Maybe if we see from a biological point of view, so means something that like soul and body, something like this, it becomes very complicated story because it deals with religion. It doesn't make much sense. Reincarnation is about knowledge. Means someone has a possibility to regain this knowledge without any effort, without studying.
So it's not a soul coming into the body.
It's not important. We can see anyway, but the key point is that if we have knowledge when we are a child and we don't need to study again, go through all studying experience and mistakes, it's a lot more easier to teach. This is the point.
So that's the key here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing it. Thank you. Congratulations. We'll do more.
Oh, I guess my coat went.
Oh. Okay. This is Alan Steinfeld for New Realities. I'm here with the executive producer of My Reincarnation, Joanna Plafsky. Tell me about your involvement with the film and what inspired you about it.
Well, I'm a long-time meditator, a long-time teacher of meditation, and there's almost no movies around in the entire world that have to do with real enlightenment, real transformation, real high consciousness. So when I saw the rough cut of this film about a year ago, I said I have to be involved in it. I was extremely touched and affected by this film. So I'm really excited that everybody in the world is going to be exposed to real enlightened people.
Do you think this will have an impact on the mainstream consciousness?
Definitely. Because it's also a story of a father and son and finding your passion in life, finding something that's a very high destiny to do. And this is somebody really finding a high destiny.
So it's more than just what they call a spiritual film. It's a film that everyone can watch and maybe have an awakening.
Oh yeah. Because sometimes it takes people until later in life to really know what they want to do. And here, Yeshi, the son of the master, it took him to his 30s until he really realized that he was this real reincarnation of a famous master. That's very unusual to find.
Right, so it's his journey of awakening. I'm excited to see this. This is so much in alignment with what I do on my television show.
I know. Alan's show, I watch it all the time. He has the most powerful, special, enlightened people from all over the world, and that's what people really want to see today. They're kind of bored with just watching politics, the same old stories, the same ignorance. They really want to see something that gives them knowledge about life and on this planet, because so many people are suffering.
Well, that's what we have in common, this kind of going into the mainstream and trying to open up a new way of seeing reality and spirituality.
Yes.
So I think there's more films that can go mainstream like this film.
Yeah, I was in the normal Hollywood world for 20 years, and then I realized I really want to make films that show people how to live on a much higher level. Because most of the films you see in the theaters are violence, sex, negativity. This film is all about real people doing higher things. And I feel that, of course this movie is about reincarnation, and most people in our culture are really not educated about reincarnation. But to me, it's something I believed in my whole life. So the fact that I'm doing the movie at this point, when my mother may be dying, gives me a lot of peace, because it makes me realize the impermanence of the body. And, we come back, and Norbu, the master in the movie, talks about it. We come back a lot younger, a lot more vital, and, we can have a much better life.
So you kind of feel better if, possibly losing your mother, it's like she's not lost in a way.
Yeah. We all come back, but most people don't realize that. We don't really get educated about reincarnation. That was one of the reasons I love to be involved in this movie. People need to understand reincarnation.
I think we actually remember it as a young age, and then it's conditioned out of us to forget. and just kind of just be programmed to not disconnect from that multidimensionality about it. So it's great that you're doing this. Maybe this will open up a lot of people's ideas.
I hope so.
About what's possible for them.
This film really is the first film I've ever seen in a long time that's about real masters in this world today.
So it seems like there's more of a mark ever for this type of film. More people doing yoga, more people meditating. Tell me about that experience of how meditation has increased its influence.
Yeah, I've been doing this. I do transcendental meditation, which I've done for 30 years. And it seems like right now there's more people than ever that are interested in it, because I think more people are suffering, more people are having a hard time, and they need something to supplant their life, something that's going to give them more light, more energy, more lightness. This idea that you have to suffer, in my opinion, is ignorance. Once you're in a higher state of consciousness, you see the same thing from a different perspective.
And that's what we have to learn as a collective culture. And I think there's an awakening in general happening with the population. There's an increase in vibration. And that's what this film is about. I mean, it's about the exploring of our non-physical essence. You know, spirituality means that we're more than our body. So congratulations.
Thank you. And his show is wonderful.
And we're going to be doing some great stuff together.
Yes,
I'm looking
yes,
forward to
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Really good luck with this film.
Okay.
Yeah.
Over here? Okay.
Yeah, we great to get over this.
I don't get a kiss. How are you? Nice to see you.
Good.
How you doing? Take a picture of them. They're much more interesting. He's a very good painter. The lamas, very good.
At Tibet House, I exhibited an altarpiece that was inspired by a teaching that Norbu gave, Nature of Mind. And so that was its first exhibition. Yes.
Yeah, that's a great one. That's a classic. He's a great painter.
Yeah, I think the best in America. Tibetan Buddhism.
It's carrying on. It's going around the planet in spite of the Chinese evil doing.
Right.
So, yeah, but it's very sad the young Tibetans burning themselves. That's really, really sad and terrible. But that just shows how unhappy they are. But it's awful. We don't like it. They're trying to pretend Dalai Lama is egging them on, but absolutely not.
Chinese are trying to pretend that.
Yeah. Trying to pretend it's their impression.
What did you like most about Norbu? Why were you attracted to Norbu's teaching?
Because he carried the highest teaching, and his books actually were what caught me. And so his previous incarnation, I believe, was one of the great Dzogchen masters, and he's been in a lineage of this. So the Dzogchen teachings really seem to summarize the non-dual perspective that is somehow really feels right at this time, because it's embracing of the world and of the transcendental source of the world.
So people have said that's one of the maybe positive sides of the Chinese invasion, that Dzogchen is now publicly known in a way that
I don't like that. I mean, people do say that, but I don't like it. In other words, if they were a free country, as they should be, and they have been for thousands of years, they could just get a visa and come to the West and teach Dzogchen. They don't have to be genocided in order to spread their teaching. So I don't like that nationalization, but maybe, I can understand people thinking that.
Who was the reincarnation of Norbu? Do you want to know?
Adzom Drukpa was one of the great Dzogchen masters. I believe that was his previous incarnation. Maybe I'll see in the film.
Do you agree?
Yes, I think so. Yes, I do.
Okay,
Dzogchen
thanks.
means the great perfection, and that's what we need.
so much.
It's a little bit advanced for someone like me. He always can do that.
Okay, we'll talk about that. That's
Take it easy. I hope to get there. Yeah. You coming? Sure. Okay, where's Eric? Come on, Eric.
What do you think about bringing a film like this public, like about reincarnation?
Good. I like it.
How's it fit in with Reality Sandwich?
Yeah, I mean, in my work I wrote about the work of Ian Stevenson, or biology, information, intersect, and I think it's amazing. There's a lot of good evidence. Rudolf Steiner talks about, so yeah, well, it's...
We'll talk to you after.
Yeah, you can come to the party?
Yeah, I should give a talk somewhere, finding a little intro somewhere.
Oh, probably at the party.